Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
Hey man, we back for another week, man. I hope y'all enjoying it, man. Please make sure y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Turn on the notifications, man. Share it with a friend. Every subscription helps. I told y'all before. I'll tell you again, man. Man, we do it for our people, man. We do it for the people, man. No More Black Tears podcast. We got a guest in the building, JB. You know what I'm saying? What's up, JB?
Man, what's going on, man? Pleasure to be here.
You know what I'm saying? So, Verkeezy, man. What we talking about today?
So speaking of the people, man, before we get started, just want to give a shout out to Nolan Wells, that young brother that passed away not so long ago, and they're doing an investigation as black people. Let's make sure we keep, his name alive and keep on talking about it online so they can do a proper investigation. Every day they're finding more and more stuff out, man. So the first topic of the night, there was a woman who said that she saw a woman talking online about she got multiple kids by multiple men, and she prefers to date men that don't have kids. And she said, sister, that's selfish. You done already took 2 men out the game. Leave some of the childless men for the women who don't have kids. We out here saving our cootie cat and not having kids. Leave some men that don't have kids for us. What's y'all thoughts, not on just what she said, but on the conversation that has been broached multiple times online about people with kids should probably date other people with kids for the most part?
My take on it has always been like, date who you like. Date who choose you. Man, if you going with who choose you, you gonna be all right. You might live a happy life, because when y'all trying to go after these people that your dream woman and your dream man and all this, you go get your feelings hurt. You go find out later in life, because they might be your dream, but in their eyes they might have settled, or in their eyes you just might have been what was on the table at the point in their life. So always go for who you like, and you shouldn't worry about what's going on, because I just feel like love is blind, yes, and it's love at first sight sometimes, but it's mostly lust at first sight. But just go for who likes you, because you'll be better off in the long run. Because even if you might, because with women, take it at in a women's point of view. I wish we had one of the ladies on the pod tonight, but they'll step down and be like, oh yeah, I chose him because he was able to do this for me. Men got to do the same thing sometimes, and it got to be all about the looks of what's going on, because at this point in your life, you might need something else. You might need somebody that's mental, or somebody that's hands on, that can help out, or you might need a manly woman that can fix on cars and work in the yard or do some other things. I don't know. I just think you should just go for who likes you, and then go from there. But it's nothing wrong with it. All depends on what you want, because I don't see nothing wrong with women wanting with no children wanting to be with somebody that doesn't have no children. That's easy math. You know what I'm saying? That's easy math. Like, y'all can build your life together. You know what I'm saying? And see what happens. So I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I don't think it should just be off limits to to the other people that's in the world though.
I don't see nothing wrong with what you just said. Like, if you got kids, you date someone without kids, and vice versa. I will be honest and say this though. I feel the young sister though, you know, and to an extent, I'll take a step further. If you got multiple kids by multiple people, you probably shouldn't be looking for no one that don't have kids. You probably because that was what she was saying. Is the woman said that's her preference. It's the woman with multiple kids by multiple men. Her preference is
Okay,
men
yeah.
without kids.
Okay.
You probably should be looking for a man who got kids because I can speak for myself. I don't have kids.
I think she's probably should be looking for any man.
Yeah, that too.
Not a woman that don't. You need to be looking for anything. But you need to be on the low end of what we're looking for. When I say
you should be dating EDP 445.
Yeah. You need to take 2 steps back. Like who you need. She the one that need to be on tag looking for a man.
but I'm gonna be honest. Like if you date someone like me, Bertiz, I don't have kids. So if you come to the table with 2 kids by 2 different niggas, I'm just not going. It's just certain things I'm not going to be able to identify with. I'm not going to have understanding with. I don't change diapers like that. I'm not used to watching kids. I babysit it like my nieces, but I don't watch kids. Like that's not something I do. So when you at work for an 8 or 12-hour shift, I'm watching kids for 8, 12 hours every single day.
I ain't doing that.
That's something I'm not used to. But guess what? If you dating a man who got kids and you got to go to work, so while you at work, he watching his kids and your kids, that's a little more more his speed. Because then when he go to work and you got to watch his kids, you used to watching kids too. Or when he's busy or you're busy, y'all might be more understanding because, yo, man, I'm busy with my kids. I'm doing this with my kids. There's an understanding there. Even when you dealing with your baby daddy and he dealing with his baby mama, because of the simple fact that y'all both have, you know, other people y'all have to co-parent with, y'all understand, no, this is just co-parenting. Where someone like me, yo, that nigga texting you 2 in the fucking morning, man, or that nigga text you 8 in the morning, like, what the fuck going on here? I might not have no understanding to that because I don't have to deal with that. You about to say something, dog?
See, that's I'm like you. I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids of my own. I'm married and I got 2 stepkids. They my kids. I always had a rule when I dated women with kids, baby daddy had to be doing 10 or more or dead.
I like that rule.
For that reason right there. He ain't finna be calling you. I don't care if the kids with him. It ain't no reason he calling you 2 o'clock in the morning. If you was on a cruise ship somewhere and something happened with the kids and he had them, guess what? He'd had to figure it out on his own. So I don't see why he got to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning because the kid got to do something tomorrow. And
bitch, you busy getting your back blown out.
You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my rule. My old lady now, my daughter, I've been in her life since the beginning. My son, I met him when he was 4. Me and my old lady we had times we weren't together, but I still was there for him. And like I said, it just, to me, I don't know. If you like kids, I don't mind kids. I like kids. I'm the type to go pick up the little cousins and take them to Chuck E. Cheese. And everybody looking at me like, you took 8 kids with you to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. It's controlled chaos. Like, I used to work in the prison. I used to make a lot more older people do something together at the same time. Like, it correlates. So I ain't never had an issue with it. But like I said, that part alone, baby daddy drama, and he don't like me because I don't got time for that. I don't deal with it.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. But like, if Lord forbid, like my wife passed away and then I had to start dating again, I'm not dating nobody that I don't mind you having kids, but they better be grown.
See, but that's different though, because your kid's grown.
They better be grown.
So you basically would be in a conversation with me. Like, yeah, like, because if a woman got grown, if for some reason I meet a woman, her kid 18, I'm not going to look at that the same way I'm going to look at a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Then we got to actually raise together.
I ain't raising no more kids.
Yeah, so it's like, from that standpoint, like I said, I feel the sister, like, there are women that I do hear who got 3, 4 baby daddies talking about, oh, I only fuck with niggas with no kids. Sis, you need to create the Brady Bunch. You need to go and find a nigga who got kids because he can understand your trials and tribulation. But niggas who don't have kids, they just will use you, in the words of the great brother, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, you recreational use to these niggas. Because a nigga like me, if you fuck with a nigga like me, I'm just be real. If you fuck with Bertiz and you got 3 kids by 2, 3 different men, and we fuck with each other and you telling your homegirl, I think I found the one, nah, you ain't found the one. You found a nigga that's willing to slide through at 2 in the morning. And because of the fact that I know that I got to do certain stuff, it's school year, I might have bought a couple of book bags and put some school supplies in them and dropped them off. I might have came through on a Tuesday evening after you got picked the kids from school and dropped off some little Caesars so they can eat or whatever. But you ain't found the one. You found a nigga who's trying to get his in that moment, man. So, like, that is something I really do think, like, people do got to be mindful of. And I will say this. I think men, for the most part, who have kids, they think about that kind of stuff. They do think to themselves, like, yo, it is easier to, if I got kids, because I see men who got multiple kids, they typically do date women who have at least one child instead of women who don't have kids. Unless you just dating a woman who they just like playing stepmama. And that's different too.
Them niggas ain't got no game. Them hoes ain't choosing on them niggas. That's all that is. Them hoes ain't choosing on them niggas.
You saying the single women ain't choosing them niggas?
Yeah, they ain't choosing on them niggas.
I mean, possibly, man. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what they got going on.
I'm just saying it's facts because they choosing. That's all I gotta say. They choosing all shapes, sizes, kids, no kids, rich, no rich, old, young. They all choosing. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing about it is, people just need to get in where they fit in. It's okay. Just get in where you fit in. You'll have a better life. You might have more fun. You have more choices. You definitely have more choices if you get in where you fit in when they choosing.
We definitely want to get in when you fit in a lot deeper later in the episode, man. So, moving on to TNT, everybody.
TNT, Dynamite, Tears and No Tears.
So the first TNT, I hope the single mothers don't take offense to this. So there was a mom who sent her son to school wearing a skirt. So the principal was like, yo, you got to pick your son up. This ain't acceptable attire. She said, what's wrong with it? The girls have to wear girl clothes. The boys have to wear boys' clothes. And she said, but nowhere in the handbook does it say that this is acceptable attire. And she said, and the principal said, I ain't going to argue with your ass. You going to pick your son up because he ain't going to be able to walk around in this skirt. Tears or no tears?
I ain't got no tears for Gabrielle Union, man. Like, you can't be having your son in here with the skirt on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You remember the episode where they say, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. No, man, I ain't got no tears for her. Come pick your kid up. And what? I want to say he was only, was 6?
Yeah, he was like 5 or 6. He was young.
And she basically teaching him to be a transformer. And it's like, and I see some of this stuff in real life online, and I'm like, wow, this how y'all doing it? Man, no cheers.
I got tears of laughter only because, you thought you was in California? Where they allow your kids to say that they're transgender and then and they don't have to tell the parents? Bitch, I could tell they was probably in the South somewhere, Rose. Because we don't play that in the South. Don't. For you people in the North, for you people on the West Coast, they think it's okay to dress your daughters as boys and dress your sons as daughters and send them to school. We in the South. We would beat them kids. We're going to beat the love of Christ in them kids.
Daddy wasn't there. Where was the uncle, the cousin, the neighbor? Like, who? It wasn't nobody drove by that little boy at the bus stop. Like, nobody intervened, tried to help. Like, maybe even the principal. The principal might need to step in. Because clearly the mama doing this, she had her last straw. Because this got to be the last. this couldn't have been the first option. It couldn't have been the first, so she must be on her last leg with it. She needs some help. She needs some help. She needs some milk. Something got to give though. Somebody got to intervene because
the mom talking about she at work. Why you blowing my phone up at work? Oh, you not on the clock? You selling pussy most likely. If you send your son to school like that, you laying on your back or you on all fours.
She's working day shift at the strip club, man.
And then you can answer that phone.
She can't answer the phone. They can't. Where she gonna put the phone in?
Lunch rush.
Right. It was lunchtime. It was busy. But if it was like 8 in the morning, come on, it's that same old ass nigga that go there all the time that's trying to buy some pussy off of you. You need to just gonna sell that nigga some pussy. Sticking in the school system. So there was a Judson school system. There was an officer working for the school who got physical with a 15-year-old student. So what happened was the 15-year-old student in the video, we see him getting hemmed up by the officer. The officer said that you put your hands on the assistant principal. And he said, no, I didn't. The 15-year-old was very belligerent to the officer, very dismissive, disrespectful. They hemmed him up, put him in handcuffs, threw him on the ground. And later on, they found out that he brushed past the assistant principal. He did not put his hands on the assistant principal. There was no disciplinary action for the officer. He was kind of reprimanded verbally. He eventually did resign from his post. I don't really have no tears, just because Rose has talked about this before about the importance of putting young men in sports. For you single mothers out there, especially in the black community, because I want my sisters to hear this. If you do not put a man's in your son's life and teach him to respect authority, especially, and I want this to be, there's the difference in what I'm saying, so I hope the sisters hear this. Not just respect authority, respect a man's authority. When they go in the free world, somebody gonna make them respect it. And everybody don't handle shit the same way. The way I may handle a 15-year-old, 14-year-old disrespecting me may be different than the way Rose handles it. May be different than the way JB handled it. Juice Man ain't here, but Juice Man already told you he'll shoot your kid. Like Juice Man might handle it differently. So please understand, when you put your sons that sometimes they don't look like children to other grown-ass men. When you put them in the world, like, yeah, it is important that you teach them to respect authority, but more importantly, to respect the fact that they're talking to another grown man, because you just never know how it's going to handle. I'm not condoning the officer's actions, but I'm watching how the 15-year-old is reacting to the officer, and you can tell he grew up in a household that respect was not something that was hammered into him.
Yeah, I think my only issue with how it was handled was the fact that the officer didn't know for a fact that the kid had put his hands on the assistant principal or the principal, whoever it was.
Yeah.
But I feel like, was it warranted if the child had put his hands on the principal as they stated in the order, and how they made it come off? I think it was justified. But to find out later on that he didn't, then yeah, you can't come in. It's like somebody in an argument beefing and you just run in. You weren't there for the argument. You just pop up and just hit the first person that you see talking. But that was the person trying to calm it down. It wasn't the person that was actually initiating the disagreement. And I feel like that was the only place that went wrong. And again, like you said, these kids the respect wasn't in. If the respect at home, and respect was a thing at home, I like to say 8 out of 10 times he wouldn't have been in that situation, because you would have never been nowhere. It would have been unbecoming of you to be disrespectful to that point.
You would never even brush past the assistant principal
and not say sorry, not apologize, not corrected the action, but for it to be taken as ill intent.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears for none of it, man, because yeah, the officer probably shouldn't have grabbed him up the way he grabbed him up, yes. But that's what slave catchers are supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to grab people up.
I wish Steve was here. He'd give you a whole history lesson about that.
That's what they're supposed to do. Slave catchers. That's where the police came from. That's what slave catchers supposed to do. Grab you up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no tears. You know what I'm saying? You better do what master tell you to do.
So sticking with for 15/16-year-olds. So Sydney Starr, who y'all should know who she is by now. She was in the news a couple weeks ago. So apparently, this is the story. She was having a conversation with a 15/16-year-old boy. During the conversation, she was told the boy's age. Now, from some reports, the boy told the truth. Some reports, the boy didn't tell the truth.
I ain't even seen none of the reports where the boy told the truth.
You know, with someone from the boys' camp said that he said he was 15 to 16, but that's the issue. That the age was in dispute. She went to her room. This is very clear. She walked to her room, not his room. The boy followed her to her room. She then proceeded to give the boy, in the words of the great President Bill Clinton, she didn't have sexual relations with that boy. She gave that boy fellatio, which is oral sex for those who are uneducated and uncultured on the pod. And she got arrested for child molestation charges. I don't have no tears for this, man. And you know, I don't like older people messing with kids and all that other stuff, but I'll say this right here. That 15, 16-year-old boy knew what he was doing. That nigga wanted his dick sucked by a bitch who been famous since I was in high school.
No, man. I ain't got no tears either, but he ain't want his dick sucked, but mean somebody that was famous. He thought that was a bad beat.
He didn't know.
He wasn't tripping until she pulled that dick out. When she pulled the dick out, that's when he started tripping.
She said, "Now you do me."
I doubt. I'm gonna say that probably did happen. I doubt. I doubt because Sydney Starr might be the most outside of Caitlyn Jenner. By the way, I'm sorry, Caitlyn Jenner. Outside of Caitlyn Jenner, man, Sydney Starr might be the most famous transformer in the country.
If I seen him out, I wouldn't know who he was.
Now, if I saw Sydney Starr, I would know.
I wouldn't,
because I've seen enough videos.
I couldn't pick him out.
I wouldn't.
I've seen enough videos with Sydney Starr.
I couldn't, especially out and about, just out and about. And she talked like a woman.
Nah,
and she looked like a woman. And so I wouldn't know who she was.
Granted, she looked worse today than she did like 8 years ago.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. At 15 years, I wouldn't know who it was.
It's possible he didn't know, but I said it's right. He went to that room to get his dick sucked.
And he got it. And then he got scammed when she pulled that strap out.
He got scammed.
No, it wasn't even a strap. That real wood.
Oh yeah, that real
That's
wood.
Steel.
And this is a grown man. Sydney Starr's a grown woman. Sydney Starr's a grown woman. So
you being disrespectful.
So you looking at 9 to probably 12 inches of erect penis. That 15-year-old boy ain't never seen that much dick before.
Hold on, no, I ain't signed up for this. And then he ran home to his mama. He went straight to his mama.
Like, mama, this grown man trying to make me suck his dick.
No, this woman pulled out a dick. And she pulled out a dick. I ain't know what to do.
I want to know how that conversation went. How you tell somebody that?
Can I be honest? I would have just left the room quietly.
Nobody would never knew.
And nobody talked about it. I would have been 35 years old, probably, or 33 years old, and I probably wrote a book about it if I was working at McDonald's broke. But nah, ain't nobody would ever heard about this story.
That nigga ran to his mama and dad to my, I got my dick sucked, and she pulled a dick out.
It was big and veiny.
She wanted to put it in my booty. That's the only reason why he got scared. I think she wanted to put it in his butt.
I did you gotta do me now.
Man, so that's the thing about it. Like, we need to know what are y'all Transformers really like? Like, y'all just like sucking dick? No, because who like just sucking dick?
I mean, she probably want to get fucked in the ass.
No, something. That's probably what it is. Like, and then the dick fell out. It got untucked.
Yeah, probably got untucked. Dick came out. Nigga.
Just imagine you being 50
might
years
have hit
old.
him from the back, and the next thing you know, he felt something slap against his leg. He said, "Baby, like, what's wrong with you?" And then looked down and saw a third leg.
Just imagine you 50 years old. He could have been a virgin. And that's you know.
And your first time was with a goddamn man. My bad. Your first time is with a woman that's not a cis woman. I wonder how Sydney Star moans. Does she moan? Does she keep that female voice when she moans? Or is it more like manly?
Oh, daddy. She sound like.
Oh, daddy.
Sound like.
Does she go from Sydney?
She go to Sydney to
Scott?
No.
Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
She go to Sydney.
I like when you do it like that, daddy.
To the buddy on the morning, Rick Smiley Morning Show.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For a 15-year-old, that would be very scary. Sydney Star, and for the future, stick with niggas in Atlanta. Not Chingy, but them other niggas you know, like transgenders like that active from Why Did I Get Married? Moving on to somebody that if this boy would have been no more nosier, he would have been in the situation. So there was a nosy white lady, a nosy Karen. She decided to walk up to her neighbor's house and basically knock on their door and say, hey, man, I want to know who live here, what's going on, what y'all doing here. And the black woman was like, yo, we live here, we pay rent here, and like all this other stuff. And she was like, well, can you show me proof or whatever? And she was like, nah, I'm going to get the fuck off of my porch and everything. And the white lady felt she looked like she felt offended and walked off. Tears, I mean, we this happened in the black community. You try to live in a nice neighborhood and white people feel like you don't belong there and stuff like that. We in the black community, we just gotta be mindful of this kind of stuff. Like, no matter how much money we get, no matter what kind of cars we drive, white people are always gonna feel like you don't belong. And to be honest, man, like we really don't belong amongst mostly white people, man. Like I preach that all the time. It's okay to be amongst your own people, dog. Ain't nothing wrong with being amongst your own people, dog. I love being amongst my own people, dog. I have no problem being around white people, but I love being around my own people, dog, man. So, yeah.
JB.
Man, I mean, me personally, if I'm new in the neighborhood, I look seeing that white lady out there, I probably would have got a gun to go answer the door with. Not in no terms. Not saying I was gonna shoot her, but I'd have had me a nice little cloth, wiping it down. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're new here. Like, just to let you know, this ain't that. This ain't the door just to come knock on, because I might take you as a hostile.
Yeah, if that was my house and somebody random came knocking on my door, I wouldn't even say nothing. It's like, why entertain it and then post it? Like, were you looking for some content? Like, what the lady did might have been wrong, yeah. But were you looking for content? Like, she might do that to all the neighbors that move in. She might was about to bake you something.
True.
She might was about to make you something. It's like, but hold on, like, you came to like, who are you? That the way she said, like, who are you? Like, I'm me. So like, move on. Like, I wouldn't even answer the door. Like,
to your point, Rose, I don't think this was the case, but you'll never know. She could be the neighbor who just always is the welcoming committee. Because in my neighborhood, there's a Hispanic dude married to a white woman, and every time somebody new moves in on the block, he walks over there, knocks on the door, says what's up, introduces himself, his family, and if the person smokes weed, he smokes weed with them. So there are some people that will just still have that neighborly mentality.
Yeah, so I don't talk to my neighbors. I might say hey and everything, but it takes a lot for me to talk to my neighbors. And because when I was in college, I ran into a situation where I had to talk, looking out for a neighbor, and end up going down with him. So after that, I stay in my own lane. It taught me a great lesson. Mind my business, and I ain't mind nobody else's. And if you come to my door and I don't know you coming, you could be a friend. If I don't know you coming, I ain't gonna answer. I might look out of it or look in the camera and oh, they ain't called me because my phone's still on. I paid a note every month. Who these people out here? You got to catch me on the right day for me to answer that door because I'm not answering it.
So moving on to our last TNT of the night. If you're nosy, maybe you want to go to the spot. You gotta pay money to come here though. So there's this steakhouse in Florida. So what they're currently doing is all the customers are nude, fully nude. The wait staff is not though, and they're giving you a great dining experience while you're nude. Tears of laughter, man, because this is like y'all one step from being trapeze in Atlanta. This is actually a good idea if y'all want to turn yourselves into like trapeze in Atlanta. Have the steak restaurant on one part of the building, and then have another area where, okay, after the dinner, we're going to gravitate to other festivities over here and stuff like that. This is not something I would necessarily do because I wouldn't want to eat naked. Even if I'm at home, I've never really just fully ate naked before. You know, because I'm a messy eater though. I spill a lot of shit. So I wouldn't want to eat naked. But it could be interesting. Maybe you look at the table next to you and you see something you like. This ain't necessarily where you would want to take your spouse now. But if you having like maybe a bachelor trip and you going with your fellas or whatever, and y'all just want to see some hoes, maybe.
Man, that's
you
gay.
know,
That's super gay.
We're gonna be
a table full of naked niggas trying to look at some old wife or old. Man, come on, man.
I mean, it could be some young sisters in there y'all looking at or whatever.
But y'all table full of naked niggas.
Yeah, but hopefully the way the table is set up, you
Come
see
on,
everything from the chest, from the stomach above.
Sure.
Come on, man.
You gotta take your clothes off before you get to the table.
And keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up.
Strip club.
Yeah, man.
Instead of the people working there naked, you naked in their clothes.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest, that would have been a better idea. The better idea would have been to have a sexy wait staff and them be nude.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got no cheers for it because the head chef was a black man. And I don't know if he's the owner or not, but he was talking about it. But yeah, I'm straight on that because like you said, like I don't want to spill no hot sauce on my chest or on my stomach, or maybe it might spill on my Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to spill no hot sauce on there. You know what I'm saying? And nah, man, nah. I'm not trying to do that, man. No, man. No, I do have cheers, man. Wrap that up, man. Pack that up. What do you say? Pack that up. Pack that up, man. Man, what's wrong with these hoes?
I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, man. So there's two different situations. There was one where a woman was saying, for you women out here that are begging for $20 and you laying next to a nigga, yes, I am judging you. Because I think we need to get our priorities straight because y'all some enabling assholes if you saying that you would just give your homegirl $20 and she laying with a nigga. Then another bitch got on Bill Nye the Science Guy's internet and said, you hoes is fucking the game up for everyone, coming out here always begging for money, always trying to treat every nigga as a trick. Y'all out here exposing the game and saying what y'all doing, this and that. And in the comment section, I saw one bitch post, yeah, it's so bad. There's a nigga I'm talking to. I texted him that, I was getting ready to get something to eat. He didn't text me back for 6 hours because I guess he was afraid I was going to ask for some money.
Damn right.
What's wrong with these hoes? I'm going to tell you what's wrong with these hoes. The internet. Bill Nye the Science Guy's internet. Y'all done expose yourselves. No different than the niggas that get on the internet and be showing, yeah, this how you have Don Julio. And they be pouring bullshit in the Don. Like, y'all exposing the game too much on the internet, man. Like, the game is to be sold, not told. I thought Snoop Dogg told y'all that. Like, y'all just telling the game for free. If you want to tell the game, then put it on your Patreon or something. Make niggas pay for the game. But so many of y'all hoes...
You gotta write an ebook.
But some of y'all hoes is saying, this is how you get niggas to trick on you. This is what I do. You gotta ask that nigga for money all the time. And it is to the point, like to what I said earlier. Man, I be texting the hoes when a hoe tell me some shit like, yeah, my tire flat. I'm going ghost. I'm Casper now. I'm Casper. Because I know the next couple of text messages are going to be, you think you can give me some money for my tire? Man, I hate texting hoes and hoes say, and I say, how your day going? And when a hoe texts me, terrible, I don't want to even text no more. Because What you finna ask me to do to help make your day better?
That's crazy because it's crazy hearing you talk about all this single life stuff. And I see it on the internet, on TikTok, when they be on live, like begging for pennies. Like they be on live begging for pennies, and they be like, "What's wrong with y'all?" Like they be on live begging for pennies in some lingerie or some little shorts. You know what I do? Report them. Report them. And I keep watching, and they say somebody reported me, and then it come back to me. They're not doing nothing wrong. I'm like, what I gotta do to get these hoes offline? Because I'm tired of these hoes passing my page, begging for roses and all good thing, that sort of thing. Like, and it's like, why do they do that? Like, people don't. Cause I know from where I'm going, when I'm coming from, niggas always wanted to hustler. A woman that had some paper or a hustler, you know what I'm saying, or had some hustle about them or something, making some money. Niggas they never want no broke hoe, no begging hoe. Man, is that bands, BANH. Niggas don't want that. From what from my age, they don't want that.
I forgot which internet hoe it was. It was recently though. She had to go on her page and say, "Stop sending me money. I'm tired of it. Don't send me money."
No, she was real on that one. That was and she was I remember seeing that. Yeah.
And I thought that was some real shit. And the problem is, it's not enough bitches like that. It's too many bitches out here that are trying to be jobless and just be online and just basically post videos, think it's okay. I'm gonna go live for 5 hours. And niggas gonna send me money while I'm going live, and I'm gonna use your money to eat a seafood boil. Like the real hoes, the bitches are the hoes, but the hoes is you niggas sending these bitches you going to work for 8 to 12 hours, my nigga, to send a bitch you don't know, a bitch you ain't never text, a bitch you ain't never had your dick in their mouth. You sending her $50, $100. And you ain't even getting nothing back, but thank you, babe.
But the thing about it is, them guys don't even cost that much. They cost $16, $20. And I remember I was on a live and I was watching this random live, and the dude was like, "I'm about to send you a galaxy," and she was like, "Oh, okay." She was trying to tell him how to do it, and I commented like, "Don't do it," and then she was like, "Oh, this nigga a hater. He a hater. He must be a dude that I must have left on red." Like, I never text you. I was just telling him not to do it.
Don't waste your money. Don't be a fool.
Boy, I tell you not. He sent that galaxy to her, and then he said, "Now let me see your body." And she was like, "What do you mean? Let you see my body? I'm not one of these hoes that
go let you do it the wrong way.
Let you see my
body.
Let
me see your body first."
And then she started snapping him. Nah, what you mean? So they got into an argument. So then they say, no, he done cussed the hoe out. And then I'm thinking, like, I told you. Right. I comment, I told you.
She done forgot all about you.
I told you.
And those are real hoes right there. Y'all bitch ass niggas out here raising the price of pussy because y'all so goddamn lame that y'all ain't even got enough game to spit at a hoe. Y'all think y'all just gonna flash some money. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let JB talk. It's okay to drop some bird seed. Y'all niggas ain't dropping bird seed. Y'all building bird baths,
bird houses,
bird baths,
Y'all niggas out here taking Big Bird to Cheesecake Factory, all this shit. Y'all doing all kind of crazy shit to the point where y'all wonder why pussy went from $40 to $200 because y'all niggas.
Yeah, it's the niggas. It's definitely the niggas. Because, I mean, it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing to do it with a crowd, with the audience. And you know, they say, a hoe only going to do what you let it. So if you let it get on, as you said, Bill Nye's internet, and beg for some money, then that's what she going to do, especially if it's a lame-ass nigga that's going to send it.
Man, I love when a hoe texts me, want to buy some content? Nah. Oh, really not? Why not? Because I don't buy content, I buy pussy. If you want to sell me something, sell me the only thing that you got of value,
Hey,
which is what's between your legs.
that was a bar. That was a bar.
Hey man, you messing up the picture. Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to put these niggas on game. Stop buying content. Buy pussy.
Easy money every scene was on the internet. What Pimp C said? Shout out to Pimp C.
Hey, moving on to the last topic of the night. We kind of touched on it earlier in the pod, but there was a woman that was talking about, dating within your preference and your type. And there's been a big conversation about different types of preferences and types. One being when black women saying they don't want to date bisexual men. We talked earlier about, that's been a big conversation on Bill Nye the Science Guy's TikTok. Now we got women talking about, you shouldn't have women dating men that don't have kids. This has always been a big conversation in terms of types and preferences. And my first thought is something that Rose always says. You lose out by setting restrictions on yourself. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't settle, but you should be open-minded to understand that you could find the person, your person, in any predicament. Like you might find a man that making 40 a year, but he might have a goal to be making 150 a year in 3 years. There might be a woman who, she's currently in school right now, so she lives in her parents' house, but she working towards something. Like you always see people grow. There could even be a woman who she might have one kid. I ain't finna say 3, 4 kids now, but she might have one kid. And she might have been in high school and something might have happened or whatever. She might have got tricked by an older nigga. That's what they say. They like to say they got tricked. She might have got tricked by an older nigga and gave that nigga some pussy and then they got her pregnant or whatever. Like there's many things that can happen where someone that you normally would not fuck with could be in your preference. Most notably, when I look at some of my friend group, for example, one of my close friends, MGH, shout out to MGH, friend of the pod. Growing up, we used to always talk about our preferences. And I used to always like brown skin, dark skin women. He used to always like light skin women. And for some reason, this nigga always dated darker skinned women. And I always dated light skinned women. Like, even though we had our preferences, that did not stop us from dating whoever approached us that we thought we could vibe with and relate to. And sometimes we get to a point nowadays where people take their preferences to a whole nother level where they eliminate a whole group of people from being someone they would entertain. Whereas just because this person doesn't have natural hair, just because this person is skinny, or just because this person isn't thick, or they don't have this complexion or this type of job, you have to use other stuff. If you have 10 points that you're trying to check off for someone, and they check off 7 to 8 of them, and they don't check off 2, are you going to really miss out on an amazing woman or amazing man because they don't check out on your last 2 points? Like, to me, I would consider that to be some foolish behavior.
Especially considering nothing's perfect. Nothing in the world is perfect. So why do people expect a relationship to check every box? Like, I mean, it's give and take. Like, you might give away some looks to get a nigga with a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta weigh your points, your pros and cons. You can have preferences, yeah, for sure. But I think you need to do better with. You gotta rank the preferences. If they hit 1 through 7, then you might have to leave off 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, man. So when it comes to preferences, I always say, man, keep your expectations low, and you'll never be disappointed. When your expectations are low, you will never be disappointed. It's like, yeah, you might not want the lowest of the totem pole, but that might be what you need. You might need a 5. You might need a 3 because technically you only a 4.5. If you want to put numbers to it, everybody want to put numbers to everything. Because half y'all hoes, man, it's about a 5.5. And I ain't talking about the looks. I'm talking about everything else you bring with it. You ain't got nothing else going on.
But you can't cook.
You can't cook.
You don't clean.
You don't clean.
You spend money like it's going out of style.
Tell me about it.
And your kids keep calling me by my first name.
Tell me about it. Like, here we go.
They don't say, what's up, Mr. Brown? They be like, what's up, Jaquan?
Right.
There we go. So it's like, when we go learn, like, when there's levels to it, like I seen the podcast. I want to say it was, I can't remember who it was, but it was shouted. It was Diddy Edge girl.
Talking about the one that was used as a toilet.
No, not her, but the other one.
Not 50 Cent, baby mama.
Nah, shouted. Spin that.
Oh, Young Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was used as a toilet too. She said she like go to showers.
Yeah, she did, but she ain't known for that.
Yeah, she ain't known for that. She known for that Spin That song. Congrats to you, by the way, bitch. You rose up like Lazarus.
Matter of fact, I remember she was on the podcast with all the New York guys.
Fabulous, Mano,
yeah,
Jim Jones. Shout out to Jim Jones.
Yeah, so and she was like, it's levels to it. Like if a guy, she got a 4-week rule or something, and I don't know what her 4-week rule is. I hope it ain't to bust it open, because if you expect niggas to do this and that, Son about to be wet on the tip. Son gonna be wet on the tip.
It ain't wait no 4 weeks.
And it's not gonna be quiet on the creek. Oh, you gonna be crying.
Yeah.
Bisexual is a feminine term. It's like menstrual. Men and menstrual don't go in a sentence together. And men and bisexual don't either. If a man likes a man, he's gay. I don't care if he still like women. If he still
exactly.
That's one of them terms. It's a feminine term.
Yes.
Women are allowed to like women and men. Men that like men are gay.
What Juice Man said, he said women can't be gay. That's what Juice Man said, right?
Yeah.
Juice Man said women can't be gay. He said they can do whatever they want to do, but women can't be gay. I was like, what do you mean they can't be? Yes, they can. He said, no, they can't. Women can. It's okay. Men can be bisexual, but it's not okay. Men can be bisexual.
Nobody go left. I don't know. I don't. I feel like once you suck the dick, you just gay. Like I don't.
So you ain't gotta suck 3.
No, I think it just take one.
It just take one.
Yeah.
So Tank, come on to the table. Tank, come to the table. Because you said it take more than one dick to suck for you to be gay.
No,
I'd disagree with that too.
I look at it like this. I ain't never had to try heroin. I ain't never had to try crack. Some things in life you don't have to. You ain't had to try. I ain't never had to suck a dick.
To know you don't like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never like. It's
you ain't gotta try it to know you ain't like it.
And if you chose to see if you liked it, that was you choosing to be a gay man. Like
well, I'll be honest. I tell MJ so we joke about this all the time. When it comes to like crack and heroin, I ain't never want to try some shit that I would think was so good that it would have me sucking dick.
It ain't even that. It's like, why would you try? It's not when it comes to drugs, it's not about that. It's about a chasing the high. It's like I smoke some
crack and I'm so broke that the only way I can get some more crack and suck some dick. See, I don't want to try crack.
See, but I don't think straight men do that. I don't think straight men suck dick for crack.
Yeah, the gay ones do that.
The gay ones do.
They're gay. They're not bisexual.
Straight men don't suck dick for crack.
I ain't never been on crack. But they try to make it seem like crack is one of them things that should get a hold of you.
Make you do what you normally wouldn't do.
Boy, niggas be in church like, I remember when I used to smoke crack on 88th Street. And I used to suck dick. Y'all know where that alley? I used to suck dick back there to get high. But God delivered to me, and I don't do that no more. God damn, that's what crack had you doing.
But check it though. What is crack made out of?
Coke.
Coke. So, there's so many people that do coke.
But they put so much other shit in that crack though.
No, they don't put nothing else in it. But baking soda?
Right.
Hey, they say that crack different.
No.
I ain't never did
No,
coke. I ain't never did crack. But they say that crack different.
It's just a different high.
Maybe it's smoking.
Yeah, maybe smoking it do it.
It's just a
Richard
different high.
Pryor was smoking it. He was
When you
he
free
was
base
sucking
it,
dick. He was sucking dick.
because you can free base the coke, and you can free base the heroin, and you can snort the heroin and not shoot it
Now,
up.
let's do an experiment. Y'all both smoke some crack.
No,
And in
I done
2 years, y'all let me know if y'all thought about sucking dick.
I done seen some. One of my homeboys when I was in college. I remember I got off from work from Wendy's and went to his crib, and they got a plate of cocaine on the table. He had a cup of Coca-Cola on the table. I just went over there to smoke some weed before I went home and like just relax. I'm smoking my blunt, and he ordered just chilling. He already high. And he said, "Man, pass me that Coke." So I passed him the plate of Coke. He said, "Oh, nah, I meant the soda." He said, "I guess it's too much Coke in here, isn't it?" And it's a white dude. He cool as the snow. And I'm like, "I guess it is." Because I didn't know what you were talking about. And then he also showed me the difference between snorting some Coke, and then he snorted some meth.
God damn.
And he snorted the Coke. This wasn't the same night, but he snorted some Coke one day. He said, "See, snorted Coke, see nothing happen." And then he snorted that meth. And it hit him. He had to hold his head like his head's about to bust. Like,
oh my God. This nigga hulked up on you?
And then about 5-10 minutes later, he holding his head again. Ooh, somebody's coming down. I'm like, why you do? It's like you in pain.
With that being said, ladies, it's okay if your preference is not niggas who do coke and cocaine and crack.
It's okay if your preference is not a nigga that like to suck dick too.
Yeah, that's okay. But outside of those, like overall, to Rose's point, man, like who likes you. Because the best relationships you can be in are the people that actually choose you, not the people that you basically have to chase. The people that actually choose to want to be with you. So when you create these preferences, and a lot of times women, y'all need to understand, when y'all choosing that 1% man, that man who make $100K, that man that's 6 feet tall, that man that's this and that, understand how many other women are chasing that man.
You on the list.
You just one of 100, one of 1,000.
You on the list.
So understand when y'all see some of these women that are living the lives that y'all want to live, that's married to some niggas, certain niggas, like, hey, they just one of a lot. They just so happen to be married to that nigga, but they sharing that nigga. They in a polygamous relationship. They just don't even know it, or they do know it and they just ignore it.
They just ignore it. They know it. They just ignore it, cause they can't be everywhere at once.
You can't be on the road with me.
They can't be everywhere at once.
You think Chris Brown girlfriend tripping about Chris Brown doing this tour? You don't think Chris Brown fucking at them hoes that he be on stage with? Nah, he fucking them hoes. His girlfriend know that though.
But even if he wasn't, just imagine you a regular guy. Chris Brown's a regular guy doing a show, and he's grinding on the hoe. What do you think his girlfriend or his wife thinking? She go trip when he get home, right? Right?
Yeah.
She go trip. So y'all regular hoes. If a nigga going to work and doing the thing, Chris Brown woman tripping on him. What? Can anybody get some slack? Can anybody get some slack? Like, can anybody? If Chris Brown getting no slack, you know, you niggas can't get no slack either.
Yep. And that's why you hoes need to understand, man. you just sharing your nigga. If your nigga's in that 1%, like if you with a nigga that doing what he supposed to be doing, understand it's other women hollering at that nigga too. So that's the reason why I'm gonna keep it real. Me and Jay talking about time. That's the reason why a lot of niggas they don't want a bad bitch.
Well, but the HANs, they okay with it though.
Yeah,
they do them sucker stuff like that and let them hoes run them.
Yeah,
but
like if you're a whole ass nigga, then yeah. If you got your choice of women, then yeah, you probably just doing what Rose just said. But yeah, it does need to be an understanding of when you picking your preference. Understand that you are limiting what's out there for you. And you don't never want to limit what's out there for you, man. You want to have as many options as you can because you never know what's in store for you. The woman or man that you thought you never would date could be the woman or man that you be like, yo, I'm happy that I dated this woman, man, because this is the one for me, man. So just always try to keep that in mind.
And it's crazy because I didn't realize this until I got not older, but until I got until after I graduated college. Once I graduated college, I realized like I used to listen to all the music like the hoes are choosing because the hoes are choosing, but it's like oh yeah, whatever. But nigga, once you get to a certain level of being a real ninja and making us, you ain't even got to make all the money, but once you get to a certain level of being upper echelon of an American person, them hoes start choosing even more. You could be making bare minimum, but you a college graduate. You making bare minimum at your job and you entry level. Them hoes go be choosing and like wow, I ain't even making no money. I ain't even got nothing. I don't have anything. But these hoes is choosing.
Man, I got this. Me and D Will, we always say this phrase to each other every once in a while. And I remember seeing this movie in high school, and it's one of the movies that I think when we did a podcast months ago, you had as like one of your favorite movies on Rose. I think I Love My Wife. That's a movie.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
Yeah, and the phrase was, "You lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money." And I always took out money just for success, because if you as a man are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you on your shit, to your point about getting older, like I realized as I've got older and I'm on my shit, hoes gonna be choosing. Hoes gonna come to you. Hoes gonna be like, yo, you got this going on, you got that going on. Like you pop in, you can do this, you can do that. Like if you just doing what you're supposed to be doing, hoes are gonna be choosing you. And that's something that sometimes women gotta understand, man. Like sometimes it's better to get the diamond in the rough than to get the already made diamond. Because there's already a lot of women looking at the already made diamond versus the diamond in the rough. That's why when we talk about someone like Russell Westbrook doing weekend sports, when we talk about LeBron James and Steph Curry, like it seems like they doing what they're supposed to be doing with their wives, but it's easier when you with a woman who been down with you for so long before you was popping like that. So sometimes y'all got to keep that in consideration too, ladies. Final thoughts, everyone?
Man, my final thoughts is, man, JB came through. JB came through. I've been trying to get JB to come through on the pod for probably some years. We've been doing the pod for some years, but JB came through. I really appreciate it, man. My homeboy J Rock the Gift introduced me to JB, and when he introduced me to JB, J Rock the Gift ain't even know him for too long, but J Rock the Gift said, "That's my guy, good." Because J Rock the Gift know I don't fool with too many people, and JB always been good, We don't talk a lot, we don't hang out a lot, but we conversate online all the time. Real dude, real stand up guy. Because everything I ever seen him do, everything I ever seen him say, or everything that I ever when he was around, always kept it 100, always kept it real stand up guy, man. Shout out to you, JB, man. I appreciate you coming through on the pod, man. Keep doing your thing on your pod. I want you to shout out your pod. Tell everybody how to go and listen to it, and we go do this together, man. Shout out to you.
It's called Running Cold Podcast. We on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. We everywhere. Check us out. Listen, it's a podcast about black men mental health. It's the easiest way to say it. Most times we done thrown into the car, given the keys, start the car cold. We don't never get no time to defrost, let the car warm up. We told it just go and figure it out. So this is us just taking the time to actually stop and figure out what we got going on. But yeah, man, I appreciate this. And again, like you said, man, J-Rock the gift, man. Man, I remember the first time he introduced me to y'all, watching the game. I think it was finals, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was finals time, and yeah, ever since then, like I said, we talk all the time online and stuff, but I'm glad I actually got out here and made it out here today. Hope you invite me back again. I'd love to come back. But yeah, man, I appreciate both of y'all.
Now, for sure, man, you always welcome, man, to come to the pod, man. A couple years ago, we talked about a story with Aubrey Anthony that was killed by someone that was a GD or claims to be a GD in a drive-by shooting as they was trying to, shoot another gang member in the city of Augusta, Georgia. And, for those who know, I work in law enforcement, and I started my career working in juvenile justice. And, this, week, they're doing the trial of Antoine Rodriguez Redfield. And it's so crazy, man, because as I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking about it, I just remember this young man when I was on dorm. And for those who worked in the one in Augusta, they know when I was on dorm 45, which was all the 15 to 18-year-old kids. And I remember this big-ass teddy bear nigga, And I remember that he was only supposed to be there for 2 years. And by the time I left, he got out too. And, you always hope that when people leave a facility that they're going to better their life and get on the right path. And unfortunately, a couple years after being released, because he was in there for already aggravated assault, gang accusations and stuff like that. And I even saw him a year or two after he had been released at the flea market in Augusta. And he saw me and, was like, hey, Officer such, it's good to see you, man. I'm trying to do this. It's sad to see that he was the one who killed this little girl. And it's just very important that we in the community are doing what we can for the young people, because the same young people that are being raised in the streets in the community, those same young people are coming back and committing atrocities, man. So, try to keep that in mind. In the words of Airbnb Rakim, peace.
Yes, please, man. Y'all catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic, and I'm back quiet. Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. For sure, MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.